Hi, this is Dr. Alan Franklin with Victory Hearing and Balance Center. We're making this video today to talk about dry aid kits for use with hearing aids. As you're probably aware, the two primary causes of failure in hearing aids are your own earwax, number one, and number two, moisture. Moisture being a particularly big issue here in Texas. Typically, we're going to recommend the use of what we refer to as a dry aid kit with hearing aids. A dry aid kit is actually pretty simple. What we're looking at is a container of some sort containing a chemical called silica gel. The silica gel you've probably seen in many different form factors, if you will. If you've ever opened up a package that contained either leather or electronics, have you noticed those little packages of beads within the package? That is silica gel. Silica gel is used to absorb moisture. The silica gel we use in a dry aid kit is somewhat different in that it can be recharged or dried back out, if you will, for continued use. A dry aid kit will take many forms. Typically, the dry aid kit we use here at Victory Hearing and Balance is the larger ones because we feel as if this particular style is the most effective. This is typically what we'll give with new hearing aid purchases, or you can purchase separately for a nominal fee. This is a glass jar containing a significant amount of this silica gel material. So to demonstrate this for you today, the jar, as you can see, contains lots of beads. These beads are the silica gel in question. The jar also contains a small foam disc. The foam disc is set on top of the beads so as to keep the system nice and clean. Every day when you're done with your hearing aids, you of course first turn them off. Second, when you're done turning them off, you place the aids inside of the jar. And lastly, the jar stays closed at all times with or without hearing aids. This is akin to putting your hearing aids to bed at night in the desert, let's say. So they spend all night, every night, in the dry aid jar or dry aid kit. When they come out in the morning, they should be fairly dry. This ultimately helps your hearing aids work better and longer minimizes the need for repairs and devices. Dry aid kits, once again, can take on different forms. The one we typically use here at Victory Hearing and Balance is the jar with the beads. I've also seen this in the form of smaller containers as well as a pouch. They all have the same basic ingredients in common. The silica gel, whether self-contained in a disc or free in the jar, can be recharged or dried out from time to time so that it continues to absorb moisture from the hearing aids. You can, in theory, use this forever. We typically recommend using the oven, not the microwave, to recharge the pellets. I've seen too many pellets ruined in the microwave. You'll also note that the directions for the dry aid kit will tell you to remove the batteries from the hearing aids before placing the aid in the jar. Let me be the first to tell you, you really don't have to do that. While keeping the batteries in the hearing aids will reduce battery life. For some reason the batteries don't like the silica gel very much. It will not damage the hearing aids. So I'll leave that up to you as to whether it's worth it really to take those batteries out of the hearing aids. But typically, the important thing is the hearing aids are in here every night. I usually just leave batteries in the hearing aids, but it is very important that you turn the hearing aids off before placing them in the jar. And remember, from time to time, cook the pellets, take them out of the jar, put them in anything oven safe, and cook them for 30 minutes at 350 degrees to dry them back out. This particular dry aid kit has a color indicator to indicate when that's necessary. If yours doesn't have an indicator or you can't read the indicator anymore, I would say every 3 to 4 months, just cook them prophylactically to make sure you're getting the maximum benefit from your dry aid kit. This concludes this video. Thanks, Victory Hearing and Balance at 443-3500.